Hi, if you're a photographer like me and you have a new Mac and the Mac's lacking an SD card reader, you're probably going to need something like this. I got this recently on Amazon and I wanted to demo it because I thought it was pretty useful and others might find it helpful. Enjoy. So, I got a new MacBook Pro 2019 13-inch, and as everyone's painfully aware, no USB-A, no Ethernet, and no SD card readers. But it does have two USB slots. So I finally succumbed, and I've got my bag full of goodies here that it takes to match up with this really small laptop. Okay, so this down. If you use a camera, you probably have one of these, and if you have a good camera and you're wanting high-speed video, you've probably got a UHS-II drive SD card. So here's an Extreme Pro, rated for 280 megabit per second, and it's a fast card. As you can see, it's got the two sets of contacts there. That's how you tell. Okay, so here's my bag of goodies. Let's roll this out. Got my Samsung T5 for portable storage. Got all kind of USB-A to USB-C connectors. I've got more storage. This is actually a pretty good way to get it. I've got a bunch of older spare SSDs, and this is how you use an SSD as a memory card on your laptop. Or, sorry, as a USB stick. So I've got this, and this works at the rated speeds. I get like 500 read and 350 write to this guy here. I think it's a little bit faster on the T5. I'm a big fan of the Samsung T5. Anyway, so I needed Ethernet, so I got an Ethernet connector. And last but not least, the subject of this video is this little guy. I need an SD card reader, and there's a million of them around. There's a million hubs and a million different hub options. I came across this one because it had the USB-C, it had the SD card slot in it, but it also connects to your SD card. So it's kind of a Ginsu knife little adapter. So really, when you're on the road, all you really need is this guy, maybe hardwired Ethernet if you think you need it, and maybe one of these. But as you can see, even this guy here will also plug into that guy. So in theory, I can connect 3 different drives. So let's test this out. I've pre-tested the SSD to the SanDisk. I haven't tested the SD card to the T5 directly. So this is another possible arrangement. All you need is this and this. So it's basically your choice, whatever you happen to have handy. So let me do this. Record. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I am going to take all this out. Just as you can see, stick that in. Voila. So there's my Lumix SD card reader. Okay, so now I'm going to stick in my T5. See if that connects. But anyway, so there's a T5 and there's the Lumix. And just for grins, I haven't tested all three at the same time yet. Let's try this. And the Samsung 840 SSD should show up at some point. I don't know if there's a limitation on number of devices. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it takes a little while, but there you have all three devices connected. And I can copy from one to the other. And just for grins, I got the copy this. I've got the disk speed here. So I'm going to take my DCIM folder, which I think is about 7 gigabits at this point. Copy. And let's just copy it to the SSD and watch the speed here. And as you can see, this is copying at about 200 to 250 megabytes per second. And it's taking it, well, less than a minute to copy 6 gigs worth of stuff from my SD card to my T5. Pretty fast. Okay, so now let's try this again. Control C, and let's just copy it to my desktop. Control V, and this ought to be really fast. Well, I guess you're limited by the speed of the SD card, but pretty similar results copying it to my hard drive. Anyway, I think this is pretty neat. As you can see, you can set it up however you want. You can use an SSD. You can use one of these little portable drives. You could use a memory stick. But the cable matters adapter, I think, is a pretty good deal. Alrighty, thanks. Oh, sorry I'm not in the picture. I'm kind of under the weather. If you can't tell by my voice, this isn't my normal voice, so apologies there. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. My next project is going to be to try the same adapter on my Note 9 and or Note 10. Catch you on the flip side. Thanks.